In 1905, Percy Fawcett is a young British major who participates in a stag hunt on an Irish baronial estate for the visiting Archduke Franz Ferdinand's benefit. A skilled horseman and marksman, he brings down the stag swiftly, but is snubbed at the after-hunt party. A year later, Fawcett meets officials of the Royal Geographical Society, (RGS), in London, where he is informed that the governments of Bolivia and Brazil are nearly at war over the location of their mutual boundary. Directly affecting the region's extremely lucrative rubber trade, they have asked the British government to survey it. Fawcett leads the survey party, meeting Corporal Henry Coston, who is familiar with the Amazon rainforest, aboard the ship to Brazil. At a large rubber plantation in the jungle owned by Portuguese nobleman Baron de Gondoras, they meet Lance Corporal Arthur Manley, who tells them the British government advises against further exploration. Nevertheless, Fawcett and Coston, along with several guides and Amazonian scout Tadjui, complete the mission. Tadjui tells him stories about a legendary jungle city covered in gold and full of people. Fawcett dismisses this as insane ravings, but he soon discovers highly advanced broken pottery and some small stone statues in the jungle, convincing him of the story's veracity. Upon his return, Fawcett is praised, and his wife, Nina Sienna Miller, has given birth to their second son. In the Trinity College Library of Dublin, she discovers a conquistador text telling of a city deep in the Amazonian jungle, which Fawcett names the Lost City of Z. He also meets renowned biologist James Murray, who agrees to back his Amazon expedition to find that lost city. Attempting to convince RGS members for backing, he is initially ridiculed, but ultimately they concede to further exploration. Murray, unfamiliar with the rigors of the deep jungle, greatly slows them down. Fawcett's party is attacked along the river, but he makes peace with the natives. Murray's leg injury becomes severely infected, and he begins to succumb to madness. Fawcett sends him off with a native guide and their last pack animal to find aid. The team must abandon the expedition after discovering that Murray poured paraffin on their supplies. Murray survives and, in front of RGS trustees, accuses Fawcett of abandoning him in the jungle, demanding an apology. Fawcett opts to resign from the society rather than do so. When World War I breaks out in Europe, Fawcett fights in France. Manley dies in the trenches at the Battle of the Somme, and Fawcett is temporarily blinded in a chlorine gas attack whilst leading an infantry attack. His estranged eldest, Jack, who had long accused Fawcett of abandoning them, reconciles with him as he recovers. In 1923, Fawcett is living in obscurity in Britain. American interest in exploring the Amazon has escalated, mostly due to Fawcett's stories of the lost city. John D. Rockefeller Jr. and a consortium of U.S. newspapers finance a new Fawcett expedition. The RGS co-funds it at the last moment to maintain British pride. Fawcett shows Sir John Scott Kelty a compass, telling him that he will send it back to him once he finds the lost city. Fawcett and his son go alone this time, traveling as light as possible for up to 3 years to find Z. Coston declines an invitation to join them. The Fawcetts are attacked by natives and run off, only to be stopped by a second tribe, who say that the Englishmen's spirits aren't wholly of their own world. They declare their spirits must belong somewhere, so they will help them find their rightful place. The Fawcetts are drugged during a ceremony and carried away. Years later, Nina Fawcett has a meeting with Kelty at the RGS, claiming she has heard that Fawcett and Jack are still alive and living with tribespeople. The RGS, having sent over 100 people to search for Fawcett over the years, refuses to do another search, and Kelty advises Nina to accept her husband's death, but she refuses. Instead, she shows him the compass Fawcett had promised to send once he found the lost city. As Nina leaves, her reflection in a mirror shows her walking out into what looks like the Amazonian jungle.